intercepted.
Good morning and welcome. St. Vincent Madden Esports Open. They started their match a little early before we had announced the brackets. So we're joining them in the second quarter of the Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. And with me today, we have Slakeman.
What's going on? It's time. Latro PA, are you ready to get some Madden on? Let's go. Lamar Jackson runs it in for 2 points. A 14-3 game here in the second.
Yeah, what you guys didn't see, as we were just able to get in here, is that they actually had missed a field goal on the extra point, so they went for the 2-point conversion to even it up, and they're able to do it. 3-14 here with a little over 2 minutes left in the second.
The Browns drive about
Still
to
really
get
anybody's
started.
game at this point. We're going to see how this plays out. Mayfield drops back. He hits Beckham.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Yeah,
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. We've got a 14-3
certainly wouldn't be my
with
choice.
2 minutes left in the opening
Ravens,
half.
not surprised.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview.
The Rams,
so let's do just that.
the Niners.
Things over to Jonathan Coachman at Orlando when this one reaches halftime.
Good. Yeah, they got Jimmy G. They got George Kittle. They're your boys. I know you love the Niners.
Big boy Kittle. He's a different animal.
To throw, Mayfield escaping, he goes down.
That's a tough loss.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
That's a tough one.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down
that's like an intentional
after the
ground. Use the down
second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher.
Little pump fake, and it's picked it.
It's intercepted.
Wow, Judon with a nice interception there. Runs it back to about the 40. We're going to have a first and 10.
Second quarter, forget for him now.
Was that a defensive end with the number?
It was.
69?
Yes. He went out to cover the receiver.
Put him at safety or something. Man's got hands.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often. It's a scheme in the NFL. Sometimes they'll drop the end back to cover. When you got to have a quick on them, obviously.
Yeah.
John Brown over there to the right. But yeah, I think Judon was one of the times we did one of these tournaments. He was a one-man wrecking ball. He just can do it all. Jackson finds Brown. They set a pick. And Brown goes into the end zone. It's 20-3. Baltimore. This is a 40-yard play on him.
Definitely a dominant first half here for the Ravens. The Browns just not really getting anything going, taking too long on the throws, and then when they are throwing dangerous throws. Maybe just collect themselves.
That's the second time he's run that bootleg over to the right with Lamar Jackson. So, if I'm the Browns, I got to be thinking, okay, they score again. Maybe we should, put some people over there on the right side so that he doesn't run it in the end zone. So, just little patterns in the game that sometimes you want to recognize that, sometimes you just don't, but you got to be aware. So here we go, Mayfield. Gonna get off the Chubb.
There we go. The run working out there. Maybe some more runs needed from the Browns.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. You want to run the ball and establish the run so that you can go play action. Of course, they didn't listen. They're going to go to the shotgun here in second down. There's a little play action for you. He throws it.
Dangerous throw, but it works out.
Wow. Triple coverage.
Yeah, that was a bit spooky. How does the saying go? A throwing team can make the playoffs, but a strong run game wins titles or something.
Oh, absolutely. Defense and run. Wow. Did that just happen?
Wait,
was that
did he catch it?
Pass?
Or did he drop it and hit him in the chest? Happened. I think it dropped too.
But that was halftime. That was it. It was the end of the half.
If they caught that, they would have been in the end zone. They were free.
Yeah. Wow.
That
over the ground. That's a big momentum shift right there.
Yeah,
that could have been 22-10 going into a half.
Yeah, that would have been, and having to give up the ball anyways. So
yeah, correct.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, that hurts.
Got to keep the morale up.
Yeah, I mean, you got a half left. You got to think of it from a standpoint of, okay, if they score 22 and a half, I can score 22 and a half. But you definitely gotta up your game. You gotta up your schemes. You gotta kind of look for what they're doing here. Now Lamar Jackson's going here out of the shotgun. Again, not sure you're gonna run the ball. Yeah, that's what I would do. Ingram runs the ball up the middle. You get a 22-3 lead, you got to start running the ball. You got to have clock management. And, your defense is already playing outstanding if you're Baltimore. So even if you have to punt the ball a couple times, you just get out of there with a win. That's strategy ability at this point. But, of course, we're gonna throw a little screen. But it keeps the clock moving.
Yeah, I remember the Ravens used to be a defensive powerhouse. I don't know if they still hold that. I know some of the more elite players on that defensive line have gotten on the older side. I don't know if they even still play anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if you call them a powerhouse, but they are still a very, very solid defense. The Ravens are always known and synonymous for their defense, and that's because John Harbaugh, their coach, is a defensive-minded coach. And, so yeah, they're always got it. I don't know if they call them a powerhouse, because now that, I think they've got great talent on both sides of the ball. So I think they're really much more of a balanced team, which is great. Jackson. Ooh, falls harmlessly to the turf. Who we got here? Is that fourth down? Yeah, so that turnover on downs right there. Keeps going for it on 4th and 1. He went for the pass. So let's see if the Browns can get back in. There's a play action.
That would have been.
Wow.
That was a little spooky.
You got to catch that. You got to catch that, 81.
Who's 80?
I don't know who 81 is. Is it Beckham? It wasn't Beckham.
Beckham's 27.
That's a nice little play there. Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, they dropped that. They're getting pretty hard done here, to be honest. The Browns.
Here's a little run up the middle.
Oh, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be either in inches or just gets it. Inches. Inches here.
I think here you might want to look to throw the ball, but maybe a quick little screen. That's what I would look to do. Looks like that's what they're setting up for.
R1's open. Oh, hits it.
X. Njoku with a touchdown, and the Browns are right back in this game, 22-9. Let's see if we can hit the extra point, which we know is not a gimme in Madden.
All they need is for the Ravens to another thing like they just did. Ooh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But they don't get a nice little touchdown. If they can get a solid defensive showing here, get the ball before any points, and score on the next drive, they're well in it. I mean, they're only down by 5 at that point.
I don't get the logic there on the last series by the Ravens. I mean, it's 4th down. You've got a 22-3 lead. Punt the ball 60 yards down the field and make them take up more time. Even if they score, who cares? You're making them take up more time, by going, 40, 50, 60 yards. You only had to make them go 30 yards. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, they make it 10-22, but we're in the 4th, right?
That's right.
It's not a big deal. But,
100%.
But 2 minutes left in the 3rd, a strong stop here, and it's well on for the Browns.
Anybody's game, 100%. See Lamar's dropping back. Of course, now we're going to start throwing the ball again, which is always risky.
Yeah,
you got him.
I was never
league experience and very
a throw the ball kind of play. If I would ever throw the ball, it was always either like a sudden stop and throw it on their turn, or just slants to the out, because then you could just hope that if your player misthrows it, or that you throw the wrong pass, it's going out of bounds.
Yep.
And not to anybody else.
A little slant out, slant out, or a curl route. Sounds like you used to run. So, for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Those are effective.
Yeah, definitely my only go-to. But then also, on the PS2, you could just make you could just adjust any player's stats.
Yeah, that's right. 99, 99, 99.
You're like, all right, well, this quarterback's about to be the best to ever do it.
Ever.
And just 9-9 everything, and you could just, I would run all the way
he's
down.
Like the third string.
Yeah, I'd run all the way down to my own end zone, and then see if I could beat the entire team.
Oh, that's great. That is great. Classic.
But I was also
classic gaming.
That must have been Madden 06 or 08. I was probably 9, like, at the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you know, you still have the make-believe dreams where, you know, you just, it's like a fantasy team where it's like, okay, you know, how can I dominate this game more than anybody's ever dominated it? And so, yeah, I totally get it. I've done the same for sure.
Like, yep, all
So-
right, yeah. The entire offensive line, 999.
999, and they're 380 pounds and they're 7'2".
Yeah, you just never have to move. Went for the screen, but breaks it. I mean, didn't even stop on the way through 53.
Yeah. Well, looks like Baltimore's getting ready to score here. We got 2nd and 14. If anything, they are in field goal range. Of course, they did miss an extra point earlier, so that's not a gimme by any stretch.
They are killing the clock really well, though. I mean, there's
They really are.
4 minutes left now in the fourth.
Nice little drive. Here's a little play action by Lamar. He's going to spy him out there because he's going to run. You saw it. He knew he was going to run.
Fumble.
Oh, fumble.
Hey, it looks like the Ravens will pick it up. That could have been huge for the Browns. Could have been huge. 30-6. What did they gain? 8 on that last play.
Yeah, and I bet he runs a similar play where it's going to be probably a play option.
runs
Oh
up the
no!
middle. He gets stopped.
Didn't get it.
And
Didn't
1
get it.
inches. Wow.
You got to kick the field goal here. You got to kick the field goal. You kick the field goal.
You should, but it is Madden. But there is consoles on the line here.
He's not going.
It's a QB sneak, I think. I didn't actually see what play he picked, but I'm guessing that. Oh, he gets it.
You got it. Yeah. You got it barely. I mean, you're kicking yourself. You don't get that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, especially when there's an Xbox on the line for the winner of this best of 3 here.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's a Xbox for the PS4 side and a PS4 for the Xbox side.
Oh, that's awesome.
They decided to mix it up. Now I'm assuming that these are PS4s and Xbox Ones and not PS5s and Xbox Series X or S.
I think that's a safe assumption.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Oh, he gets stacked down at the 14. Wow.
Wow, they're at the 11. Oh my goodness.
Look at the 14. Yeah, they're at their 11. Yeah.
I guess it's wherever the
Must
leg
be
goes.
where he went down and then he probably. Yeah. So wow, that's crazy. We got 2 minutes. So if anything, Baltimore is definitely burning time, and that's smart. They're actually, you know, the running clock. They're not being silly by throwing a bunch of incomplete passes. That's going to be picked. Wow.
Oh.
No, don't go backwards.
Is that a safety?
It could have been if he had caught the end zone.
On the 1.
Wow.
That was a little instantly turns back.
Backwards.
Yeah,
Don't go backwards.
Wow,
You can never go back to before, my man.
that could have been. I mean, that could have been game. That could have just been hit. Oh, hit him with the hit stick.
Runs it right up the middle. And this isn't the pros. Let's go. Okay, we got what? 2 minutes to go.
Oof, down by 12. That's
minute 34. Down
That's tough.
12. That's 2 scores. I mean, you got to start hitting those Hail Mary passes at this point. It's really the only thing, in my opinion, that's going to be able to work. Something where you're sending your guys deep downfield and you're praying for a miracle. So let's see what he does. Backs up. He's got a guy right there. He's got Landry. Gets it up to the 10.
What team were they? They were on. Gosh, weren't they? They were on a different team, weren't they?
Landry?
I think so.
I think he was on Miami Dolphins.
Was it the Dolphins? Oh, it might have been the Dolphins. I'd leave too.
Yeah, me too. They're the worst.
Although the Browns weren't much better years ago. Oh, that's
They're getting
picked.
better.
Oh,
wow.
they dropped it.
That's triple coverage.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
3 people.
I mean, that's an example of I am going to him no matter what, and that's a turnover on downs. That was 4th down. There was a little bit of pressure there by the Ravens, but yeah, no, that's smart. We're just going to run the ball. I mean, what I would do is I would actually just take a knee at this point in 57 seconds.
Yeah, I find it interesting that Cleveland didn't decide to use any timeouts at any point in this game.
Yeah, it was crazy. You'd think that they would have.
Yeah, I mean, There was a few times, even though it didn't work out in hindsight now, like the 4th and 1 would have been a great time for a timeout.
100%. Well, the end of halftime, the end of the half. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
they could have gone the end of the half and maybe gotten a score before.
Oh no, not a final yet. 7 seconds left. I don't know why Baltimore called the timeout. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe they want to score. I don't know.
Potentially, or just didn't want it to end yet.
Yeah. Might be the old case of the thumb, you know, the achy thumb. Here we go with a field goal attempt.
Will they hit this one? They will.
Got it.
10-25, and that'll do it.
I think so. I think it's safe to say that they're not going to score 2 touchdowns in 4 seconds. That's a good observation. That might be the best observation of the day, my man. Well done.
It's like, surely they can't score 15 in 4 seconds.
My buddy used to say stuff like, I've seen crazier things happen. Yeah, no, you haven't.
No,
down 15 with 4 seconds?
There's
No, you
difference
haven't.
between not possible and crazy thing. Like, that's just, like, mathematically not possible.
Pretty much.
Because just for them to get to the 30 there, it wasted the 4 seconds. Yeah.
There's your game, and it looks like the Ravens going to win this game 25-10. And so this is going to be a best out of three.
Yep.
Best out of 3.
Yep.
And so game 1 goes to the Ravens. And who is the player? Do we know who the player is who was playing with the Ravens? Was that Warning?
That was
Silky Mama.
I think it was Silky.
Silky Mama.
I believe we're watching the Browns, and the Browns are Warning.
Got it. So it's Silky Mama versus Warning.
Yep,
And
at
so
the top
Silky
it
Mama
looks like it
picking
is.
one.
Yep.
Got it.
Silky Mama with the Ravens logo. Game 1 going to Silky.
So what we need then is we need Warning to come out and win game 2 and give us a game 3. That's what we need.
Yes.
Let's go.
We want the game 3.
Let's go.
I think they should maybe consider picking the Chiefs.
I think that would be a wise decision. I mean, you know, you got to have a team that's going to match the firepower of the Ravens, especially if Silky Mama's going to go with the Ravens again. You could pick another team other than Chiefs. You could pick the Patriots with Tom Brady because this is 20. You could pick,
true.
we talked about, the Niners, with Jimmy G. You could pick them. They put up a good fight in the Super Bowl. You could pick. There's a few teams you could pick that could match that Baltimore firepower, but you gotta pick somebody that's gonna be able to play with the Ravens. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that the Browns really have that many options.
I don't think they're gonna listen to us.
Not
looking good.
Maybe they'll sneak it in somehow. Or
they're a
diehard Browns fan, and
yeah, that's what I mean. They just love their team.
Yeah, and I gotta respect it. I mean, if the 49ers were bad, I'd still play with them.
That makes sense. Just probably not in a tournament for an Xbox.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion.
Some people are better fans than I am.
Here we go. We're flipping through. Who are we gonna play with today? Let's go.
You're looking at
what are we doing?
The Jaguars. Let's see the Jags.
The Raiders.
Okay.
There you go. See, there you go. There you go. Billy B and Brady versus John Harbaugh and Lamar. This should be a good matchup. Let's go. You know what? Maybe this was just kind of like a ringer where Warning was just like, you know what? I'm gonna kind of dupe you. I'm gonna let you win game 1. Like the pool player, the pool shark, and then I'm gonna dominate game 2 and game 3. I've seen crazier things.
Oh, I mean, you'll see a match where, like, whether it's in Rocket League or whatever it is, and the first game, one team just gets absolutely obliterated. And you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be a sweep. This isn't going to be a good watch. And then the first match was just a feeling out game, and the other team was like, all right, now we know how they're going to play. We just need to do this. And then the next 2 games are just abuse.
Yeah. The adjustments. Yeah, Yeah, 100%. That's what sports is all about. That's what esports is all about as well. Making adjustments and being able to adjust to your opponent and exploit their weaknesses and accentuate your strengths. So 100%. I love it.
Yeah,
so let's see.
I'm hoping maybe with Brady in the backfield, maybe if they make a little bit more of an aggressive throw again, they won't get punished as many times.
100%. And, the Pats defense, I think, is a little bit better than the Browns. So, hopefully they'll be able to contain Lamar. He's going deep. He's got a guy. He's got him all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's John Brown, speedster, out of a small college.
Yeah, I think you may have commentator cursed him on that one. The Pats have better defense. And then just launches one.
That was quite a throw. Lamar can throw the ball. No defense can contain Lamar Jackson's arm.
Well, didn't they win MVP last year?
He did, yeah. He's an absolute beast. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. The tight end for the Ravens, that would be 86. The tight end for the Ravens. No, just.
They're going for the 2-point conversion.
He's going to run to the right.
Yep.
He's going to run to the right. Got to make that adjustment. Nick Boyle is the tight end, number 86 for the Ravens. Scored that touchdown. So Nick Boyle with a touchdown gives the Ravens 6-0 lead, and then Lamar Jackson gives them an 8-0 lead when he runs it in for 2. Let's see what the Pats can do. Let's see if we can keep this a game. Let's see if we can go back and forth.
Not a bad return. 22. Well, actually, no. Don't you? They kneel to and then they get a 25 now, right?
Yeah, I think the last time we did a broadcast like this, I kept telling you I'm not sure that was not a good move. Unless you get to the 25, it's not a good move. So, but here's Tommy.
I wonder how much.
It off.
I wonder if when the season they implemented the 5 extra yards, right?
That would have been, I think, 2 years ago.
I wonder what the percentage of points scored on that possession after taking a knee.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? I wonder how, if there was actually a measurable increase without margin of error, within a certain degree that they're yeah, this definitely increased the the points in the season.
Basically saying you should do this, it's in your best interest of doing it rather than having all these collisions going downfield to return a kick, is what you're saying. Now, that makes sense. I mean, the NFL doesn't do anything that's not calculated, so I'm sure that there was something that got
drops
them to that 25. How can you drop that ball just right in your hands?
And
come on!
And got 2 steps in before getting hit. That's again, I'm really feeling like there has been just kind of unlucky. Oh, that's
triple coverage. What are you doing? Come on, you got to look for a receiver out there, buddy. Let's go. There's 3 guys. You should have thrown it over to Edelman over there on the right. That's smart, though. He is punting. Here we go. Here's the kick. It's all the way down to the 10.
About the same as a kick return.
Yeah, not bad. Down to the 16. So Lamar takes over here. Now, last time he went deep down the left side. Now he's going to run for it here over to the right. Nice little play there by the Pats defense.
Yeah, 4.
Now that's the same defense you want to run if they score another touchdown. So to get him out of the right side of the field. There we go.
Quick throw. Ooh, I thought for a second Gilmore might be able to step in front of that.
That's close. Wow.
Definitely.
Nice tackle.
Yeah. Gilmore definitely had the read on this, just couldn't get there in time.
We know Lamar Jackson's got a bullet of an arm, so makes sense. There we go. He's going to run up the middle, and he gets stuffed by Donta Hightower. No huddle, 12-second runoff. Jackson out of the shotgun.
Gets it and spins his defender.
Boyle again.
Boyle is a big man. It's going to take 2 to take him down, and they're up to the 24 here.
Boyle's got some hands. Not afraid to use them. Let's go. Lamar handing off to Ingram. Mark Ingram the second gets around 8 to 9 yards on that. Looks like 9 officially. Another handoff to Ingram. Ingram, of course, the really strong running back out of the University of Alabama. One of the many first-round picks out of the Crimson Tide. Jackson with a play action, and he is stuffed. Wow. Nice play. And that's the end of the first quarter, folks. And 8-0. Baltimore. Seems like Silky Mama 21 really knows how to play with those Ravens. He's got a kind of a feel for who he wants to go with and the kind of plays he wants to run. And he's mixing it up. He's mixing up run pass. It's a really balanced attack, which I really like to see.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like the dropped.
Wow, dropsies. Boyle. Sure-handed Boyle.
Yeah. Warning is playing a very solid game here. Didn't quite get the touchdown on their first drive, but has played really well defensively here, and it's going to be a 4th down and
Sneed.
8, 10. Okay.
Yeah, 4th and 10. That was Willie Sneed with a catch. We're going to go for the field goal.
Yeah, see, I think Silky's feeling it a little bit, but there is some pressure and misses it.
He missed it. It's no good. Wide right.
This could be big for the Patriots.
Is this a turning point? We'll see. Sonny Michel in there. Tommy Brady goes up to the line. It looks like he is going to run, but he didn't run into the hole. I think he got spooked by one of the linemen there that was kind of covering up the hole. So gain a -1 or -2, -1. There's Tom. He's got a guy. He's got X. He had X wide open. Wow. There's Sanu.
Oh. Okay. We're good.
Attention. We're going to self-destruct.
But they do get the first down.
They do get this first down with Sanu. Let's see what he does here.
See if they can get some momentum going. Ooh, circle. Circle's open.
Circle.
Oh, no, it's a terrible throw from Brady.
Yeah, did not look good.
It was supposed to be going straight up the field, and
it was like a duck.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
This is why Brady got sent off
nice
to the
play there.
Titans.
He went and signed with the Bucks.
Bucks, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Interesting career move. Probably should have just retired at the Patriots.
Well,
take a second.
Who doesn't want to live in Tampa? I mean, come on now. Tampa's a nice place to live. I'd much rather live there than Foxborough, Mass. Yeah, right now.
I don't know. Florida's kind of scary. When you ever hear crazy stories, you know it's from Florida.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Florida, Nevada, or Arizona?
Yeah. Yeah, but Nevada for good reason.
That's true.
They got Vegas.
That's exactly right. Got all day.
There it is.
Wow, okay. We got a battle. This is a nice drive by the Pat.
Tom Brady actually throwing it where it needs to go this time.
Very nice. Yeah, it helps when he does that.
Yeah.
It's a button that goes where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, leading your wide receiver is always good as well, you know.
It is good. And the line for the Pats all day.
Good.
There's Watson.
Taking the yards where they can find it. That's important. You don't always need the big plays. The small plays add up.
Absolutely. Got the 2-minute warning here. 2 minutes to go in the half. 8-0 Baltimore, but Brady is on the move, and Warning is on the move.
Yep.
Here we go.
So Patriots, I believe, kicked off to start this game.
Julian Edelman, 10-yard gain up the middle. Yes, they did. So they'll get the ball back. This could be classic Patriots. Score at the end of the half, get the ball back, start of the second. He's got square.
Oh, great throw.
There he goes.
On
Sanu, down to the 2.
2 on the 2. This has been a great play from Warning here. This entire drive has been, it's been long, but killing time, and we'll hopefully get this touchdown just before halftime and get the ball right back.
Yeah, I like that move there. I like running the ball there, and that sets up, I think, a nice little pass. Of course, he's gonna pass here, and
he dropped.
Wow. So this is a tough play. Third down. You've got third down. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he's going to run the ball, pass the ball. Looks like he's going to go play action. He's got him. He's got a man.
He's got it.
Is that Gronk? Who is that? 83.
Got it. Yeah, it's Gronk.
Is that Gronk?
It's got to be. Is it not?
No, it's LaFell.
What is? Oh, is Gronk 81?
I think he is. Okay, we're going to go for 2.
Wait, Gronk
right.
isn't on the field? I just realized. Oh, not going to work out. But still within field goal regardless. It didn't really matter unless they tied it, particularly whether they went for the field goal or a miss.
Yep, 100%. Well, now what he's got to do is he's got to stop Baltimore from getting into field goal range.
Yep.
And, yeah.
I think they could do it. They looked pretty good on the last defensive drive.
They did. I would play a quarters here. I'd play some sort of a zone offense to make sure nothing beats me deep. Here's Lamar dropping back. He's trying to go. He goes over the middle. There's Snead. Ooh, he got
hit him with the juke. breaks the ankles, and then just gets bodied for it. But those ankles.
I mean, yeah.
Gone.
Pick up the jock. You left it over there, buddy. Jackson.
Open, just dead middle.
There's Boyle, sure-handed.
Calls
down to the
timeout.
50. That's smart. He's trying to get into field goal range. He's got 1 timeout to go, 36 seconds. Again, I would play some sort of a quarters or a dime defense for sure, but probably more of a quarters.
Honestly, if the Patriots can get a sack here, that'd be huge. Or a pick.
It is. You don't want to be beat.
Oh, it's a pick.
Wow, go, baby, go.
Call the timeout.
27 seconds. You've got 3 timeouts in 27 seconds.
Sure,
Can now Warning get into field goal range and make this a 9-8 game for the end of the half?
Certainly not. But
I've seen crazier.
yeah, this one we can say we've seen crazy.
Oh my gosh, what is that? A read option to start? There's 27 seconds left. What are you calling a read option?
You gotta be throwing here.
Wait, Tom Brady. That ain't Pat Mahomes. Oh, I love it. Here we go.
It's got to be at least like some long slants or just a straight Hail Mary.
Something.
Well, long slants are good because maybe they can get a 5, 6, 7 second play and get it out, but throwing it down the middle is not.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you want to get out of bounds. You want to stop the clock as best you can. Something like a deep out. Something along those lines. Is something I would run at that pace.
There's only 2 runs here, and this is what they get triple covered.
What are you doing? You had circle. But here's another thing. You also don't want to throw a pick around this area because you're putting them basically in field goal range. He's gonna punt. That's smart.
It really is a matter of like, how much do you want to risk it? Because you're about to get the ball back.
That's right.
Well, if they can not tackle for, it's a smart play from Silky here. It goes out of bounds. 4 seconds left. They basically have time for 1 quick slant, maybe, and then a Hail Mary like that.
I would send everybody back towards the end zone. I would not even risk it.
Yeah, I don't.
4 seconds. You're not going to be able to catch and get a timeout. Here we go.
Just
throwing it deep.
Just gotta throw it. Picked again.
Kickoff.
Oh, he's still up.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a second. Oh,
I thought Chung with a pick.
Just for a second. Maybe we'll see a pick 6. At the 0 second mark of the
that would have been amazing. And 101-yard pick 6 would have been a highlight of the day.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Definitely would have been a crazy game 2 event.
Sure would have.
Yeah, that was a good idea to let that go out. I don't think that was worth going for. 100%.
I mean, here we are now, Eyes. It's 5 minutes here, start the third. It's a 2-point game. This has been a good battle. This shows that both these teams are really ready to fight. There's Sony Michel, I believe, going up the middle.
Just 1 more to beat there. White Bud gets the first down. A good starting play to the drive.
See if he can build on that momentum he had. There's a nice little pass to Edelman.
These slants have been really, really kind to Warning. They seem to fit his play style really well.
Well, yeah, that's the Patriots, dude. That's their offense for sure. To your point, like they are slant happy. Like there's another one. Boom. There's Ben Watson. down to the 40.
Yeah, I wonder if
At 42.
well, not only are the Browns not like a great team, I wonder if the playbook didn't really match the play style either. Picked.
Uh-oh. That was not smart. I
Yeah.
mean, here you were running the ball.
The 3-man juke.
That was amazing. That was an amazing juke. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, the salt in the wounds, the 3-man ankle breaker.
And we're gonna see it again here. Oh, maybe not.
I was hoping you were.
But yeah, no, I mean, you were running the ball, you had the slants, you're marching down the field, and then you throw it deep. I mean, that was the thing that cost him with the Browns. That same kind of play. He threw like 2 or 3 of those, and they were picked with Mayfield. So you got to kind of learn from past mistakes and don't abandon what's working. You know.
Yeah, a lot of times it's really hard to get out of the mentality when you're constantly doing something like in Rocket League. You'll do something where you're doing something wrong, but your fingers have the muscle memory of doing it wrong every single time, and so you have to actively really change your mind. And in a game like this, where I mean, you're not sitting with the quarterback very long most of the time. Like, you have to make a decision pretty quick. And so, sometimes the muscle memory takes over, and if it's not good muscle memory, it's trouble.
That makes sense. I'm sure there's some sort of psychology behind that as well. And I know you being a pro gamer, you would know more than anybody that's something that definitely plays an impact in any game that you're playing. So, yeah, absolutely. 100%. Love that insight.
Drops it. Okay,
wow.
I don't know if Madden 20's got something going on with the catch mechanics in this game, but we've seen a few times where they catch it, take 2 steps, then drop it. Is that not a fumble as well?
Not in that case, but they shouldn't drop it.
See, like that one was a fair drop. I mean,
sure.
Becomes a
the rule is when it becomes a catch is when you actually make a football move. So it's one thing to take 2 steps; it's a whole other thing to catch it and make a football move. So the football move is what distinguishes a catch from not a catch.
Like going, trying to take on the defender, or
correct? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Putting your arm out to stiff arm. Getting control of the ball can take you 2 steps. Get control of the ball. Or not get control of the ball, as we see.
Yeah, apparently you need more than 2 steps when it's thrown at your chest. Who knew?
Pretty much. Here we go. So that was a nice touchdown by the Ravens. Let's see if he learned from his past here with his run up to the right. Let's see if he goes to the right. And now he's going left. Oh, wow. Mixing it up. 2-pointer is good. It's now a 10-point game. Wow.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Gets it up to the 25.
Before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Brady
And the
brings it up to the line.
On the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Nope. And he saw that coming, too. He telegraphed that again. He knew that he was going to throw that ball to the tight end. Pick 6. Touchdown, Ravens. Wow. Did I lose you, Eyes? Are you there?
I am here.
22-6. Telegraphed again, my friend.
Yeah. It's kind of... They were doing so well. I mean, the start of this game, they were... I was like, you know what? I think this team change is gonna be the difference here.
Mm-hmm.
But
I thought the same thing.
It just hasn't seemed to work out. I don't know if the maybe some of the pressure of the event, the things on the line hasn't been able to make the adjustments or what. But it's unfortunate. But it's not over yet, to be fair. Some strong defensive stops, some great plays like this, upfield, good slants, and I really think that they should be maybe starting to try and make their way towards the sideline. There's one quarter left in a minute.
Yeah.
And in Madden, that's time flying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a minute's really only about 30 seconds in Madden. It's about a half. So.
Square's
Here
open.
we go.
Oh.
Wow.
To be fair, that was great defensive pressure right there from the Ravens, but Madden just wanted to take the sack.
Another pick six. Wow. And Silky Man is really showing that he's got some good skill here in this game. I mean, let's give Silky Man 21 some credit here. I mean, this guy, he's a good player. I mean, he's able to, run a large enough variety of plays that the opponent catches an opponent off guard, and he plays solid defense. He's able to telegraph his opponent's plays, what he's going to do. That on a couple of those picks, he knew that the tight end was going to run those routes, and he intercepted that user pick. I mean, user picks are the biggest indicator of whether or not you've got skill in this game or not. And Silky Man's got some skill in this game for sure.
I would definitely agree with that. I think. Oh, wow!
Oh my God!
That is outrageous.
Oh wow!
That's not just a one-handed pick. That is a Olympic style one-handed pick.
That was insane, dude. I mean, that was like Odell Beckham a couple of years ago.
That
Falling into the end zone, catching it with his pinky. That was insane. Wow.
That is. Well, I actually can't believe what I've just seen. That is crazy.
It's nuts. Jackson. Looks like they're going to score again.
Yep.
He found him in the end zone. Is that John Brown? Sure is. John Brown. Touchdown. Touchdown, John Brown. And it's 38-6. Now, at this point, are we just going to kick up? We're not going to kick the field goal. We're not going to kick the extra point. We're going to go.
They want the 40. They want the 40. And they're not
going to
get it.
That with Mark Ingram. But yeah, dude. Wow. I mean, what can you say about Silky Man 21? I mean, this guy, he's a player. He is a player, and he's got game. And he's on his way to winning an Xbox. That's incredible. Nice work. I mean, sure, there's a quarter to go, but I mean, this is a 4-score game.
Yeah, I'm very much a believer in the comeback most of the time. Well, with a deficit like this, I mean, it's gonna take like it's not impossible. I mean, if they fumble every drive or you pick, or they 4 and out and they don't kill any time, and you score on the first set of downs, you could pull it off. But in Madden, the time just goes by so fast; it's hard to come back.
Yeah.
In a full, like if we were in like if this was like real time, like real quarter times and everything, I'd be like, you know what? No, this is still on the table. But because the timing on FIFA is so short, it's looking tough.
Yep. Not looking good, that's for sure. Brady trying to salvage something, and he gets sacked.
Minus 11. That hurts. Yeah, that definitely hurts.
So me being a silly guy that I am, it was Marquise Brown that was scoring all those touchdowns, not John Brown. Marquise Brown. John Brown used to play for the Ravens.
Has Thomas III had 4 interceptions this game?
I think that's Earl Thomas. Yeah, Earl Thomas III that's like his 4th pick. So thank you to our TO, Maddie Sliker, for sending me a text message here telling me that it is, in fact, Marquise Brown and not John Brown. So apologies if I offended any of you Ravens fans.
Real Ravens fans, not ones that have just become a fan since Lamar Jackson.
Truth.
You guys can't be mad. You haven't been fans long enough.
Truth.
You don't even know the O-line yet.
And it looks like Marquise Brown again.
Is it really?
This time I got his name right. Marquise Brown.
He just
Touchdown, Marquise Brown.
had to score with him to make you understand. How many is that for Marquise Brown?
It's got to be 3 in this game, I think. There's Jackson again running that little bootleg to the right. So at this point, if I'm warning, I probably just, I guess you can drop back in the shotgun and just throw the ball. But, it's just one of those things where 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go. You just want to have a respectable finish. And let's see if he can just kind of get a drive together and just end on a positive note at this point.
Yeah, I think this one just. I think after the first pick, it was just kind of the psychological effects of, like, I was really in this game and I've kind of thrown it, and like they weren't out of it yet. But a lot of times it's just when there's something on the line and you make the mistake, it's sometimes really hard to keep your composure. And you see that all the time in professional sports and everything.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's what's happened here, because I don't think that Silky is 40 points better than Warning, especially after the first quarter and a half. I was thinking they're pretty evenly matched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he played with them that whole first half. This was a game when we were talking about the Patriots getting the ball back. I mean, this was a 1-score game, and we were like, okay, if he could score here, he's going to take the lead, and we could be looking at a game 3, and it just fell apart. I mean, throwing those outs, he's trying to throw the ball over the defender, and it's just not working out. And he's throwing double coverage right there. It's just double coverage, and Silky is kind of telegraphing a little bit of this stuff, and again, that shows a good player as well. But to your point, I mean, I think sometimes you lose your composure and you try to do things that you wouldn't normally do, and that leads to even more mistakes, right?
Yeah, and especially when you're trying to push the game once you go down, because it really started to get out of hand about 28. I think it was. No, yeah, I think it was 21. And at that point, you're just chasing the game, so you have to push the envelope. You have to go for really aggressive plays, and there's still better aggressive plays to do in a lot of moments. But sometimes you just gotta go. You're fighting against the clock and your player and your opponent at that point.
Yeah.
And you just kind of gotta push the envelope. I thought we were about to see another one-handed spectacular.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady.
Oh, get out of there.
So we'll make a run for Brady. Why are you all there?
I mean, he's got nowhere to go. That actually was a smart play. I mean, it was great coverage.
I know, but all the wide receivers just stood still, and they're like, all
yeah,
right.
They just kind of, yeah. Go run for it, old man.
Yeah, run. You think you can play for another team? Run. We'll make sure they get you injured.
That's right.
Circle. Oof. Not enough time. Maybe we needed to stay in the pocket there.
There's our man. The judo. And there's the game. And it looks like the Baltimore Ravens won this matchup. And Silky Mama 21 wins the tournament. 2-0, backing his Baltimore Ravens. That was good.
Yeah, and again, I think that this was a much closer game than the score led to believe. I think that the first, the first half of the game was dead even, almost 8-6, and then just ended up going out of hand once throwing that interception. But that'll do it. Let's see if do we have any. So it looks like the Xbox side hasn't started. There was some issues with updating the game or something, and both players still want to play. So it looks like they're just gonna get that situated and play each other, I think. Or actually, no, have they? I've played. No, it looks like they haven't yet.
Yeah, Dr. Timothy's playing Storm 1466. Doesn't look like they've played yet.
Timothy and Storm have played 37-20. That was game one.
They did play. Okay, got it.
I don't know if they're doing a round robin because there's more Xbox players, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But unfortunately, we're not able to watch though. But was just giving an update on that. But congratulations to Silky Mama on winning the Xbox for winning the PS4 side of the bracket. Congratulations. I would assume that the student event organizers will be reaching out to you directly once they are told who the winners are. But if you don't hear from them, I would highly recommend, just reaching out, shooting them an email or something. Yeah, it's been good. This has been Bravest Esports with St. Vincent's Madden Esports Open. And I was joined today by the Slyke Man.
Absolutely, and thank you for having us. And we appreciate all the great gameplay and all the great sportsmanship. Thank you, and we look forward to your next event.
Yes, actually, speaking of next event, let's see if they have one. And it does not look like they have a future event currently booked, but if you had fun and you'd like to have another one, we'd love to have you. Reach out to your student activities and tell them you'd like to have another. But for now, stay safe, wear your masks, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Boom. See ya.